Guy used for free photography? Made sure a special friend was included. I'm not a professional photographer, but I do have decent equipment and a portfolio, so lots of friends will hit me up for discounted photo shoots. Most of them pay or at least buy me dinner, but others expect me to do it for free. I'm close with my ex-boyfriend's family, so I was thrilled when his younger sister asked me to come to her prom pictures earlier this month, until she told me to bring the camera. I did mention to her that I'm doing online school and I have an exam due at the end of the week, so the pictures might not be ready for another week. She was fine with that. Within 2 hours of taking the pictures of a half a dozen high school students, I ended up with 300 plus shots because everyone wanted the perfect Instagram shot. Whatever. I can go home, study, and slowly work on sorting through the pictures later. They're not paying me, so I wasn't exactly motivated either. I get a text from her and her mom that night around 11 p.m. They want the pictures edited and uploaded by the next morning so they could be shown off on social media. I try to explain that I'm studying, but they weren't having it. They said, "We don't care how you edit, just make it look nice." Fine. I spent the next 3 hours working on the pictures and editing them really nicely that even I was proud of. Then I hid Shrek into the background of every single picture. Shrek with his head poking out between the kids, Shrek posing happily. Shrek had a very nice time at prom evidently. I uploaded the pics and sent them off. No one noticed the extra guests for weeks, and I got my ear chewed out because my ex's sister didn't appreciate her 900 followers on Instagram seeing Shrek grinning between her and her boyfriend. They asked me to edit however I wanted, so I delivered. Shrek was one of my best clients I've ever had.
Do you think he might have overdone it just a wee bit?
No, absolutely not. I loved this Malicious Compliance. Absolutely, hands down, probably one of the best things I've read. Hysterical. And just picturing a bunch of little Shreks all over someone's entitled prom photos just makes it just that much better. Don't be entitled if someone's doing something for you for free. Please don't do that. Understand that they have a life. They're working hard doing what they gotta do. It'll get done when it gets done, and don't worry about it. But when you sit there and you force them to do it, this is the repercussion you're looking at. Just straight, delicious, malicious compliance, and I loved every part of this. Good job, good sir. And to the person who did this and made this man work harder than he had to, get Shreked.
My boss threatens to have me fired if my boyfriend shops at the store. I work at a grocery store. My boyfriend and me both buy our groceries there, and sometimes he'll see me and maybe wave or say hi. We don't chat or waste any time unless I happen to be going on break. My department manager didn't know I was gay when he hired me, and he figured it out when he asked me who the guy that was waving to me was. He made a weird face, not necessarily disgusted, but you get the point. Anyway, anytime my boyfriend would enter the store after that, he would keep his eye on him. Now, if he were to wave to me, my manager would start to berate me and try to make it out like I'm slacking, when I'm just stocking shelves and smiling in his direction. Nothing bad at all. He didn't care at all prior to learning that he's my boyfriend. He has a private talk with me saying my boyfriend is causing too much of a distraction and he should not shop here while I'm on shift, and that if something didn't change, I might be let go. I was mad. Told my boyfriend about it. He was even more mad. I didn't really want to make a big deal out of it though. This is a temp job. Probably won't even have it longer than a year or two. So I decided to prank my manager instead of getting into legal or corporate stuff. We have other gay friends that shop there. Crazy enough, we look just like regular people. What do you know? No one would realize, including my manager. Sure, my boyfriend won't shop there, but what about other gay people? That shouldn't matter. He doesn't want my significant other distracting me at work. So I mentioned what happened to my 5 friends, who mentioned it to their friends, and so on.
One guy tells another guy something, and then he tells 2 friends, and they tell 2 friends, and they tell their friends, and so on, and so on, and so on.
My next shift, I bore witness to 30 extremely flamboyant and openly gay men and women flaunting their sexuality in my store. My manager was trying to hide in the back, but every customer needed manager's assistance for the most mundane questions. He ended up going home early, but after the shock, he actually stopped berating me for the past couple months. He might just be happy that I'm not very open about my sexuality, so he can choose to ignore it.
Now, I'm not exactly sure how real this is or not, but if it is, this is hysterical, and I love every moment of it. Though it does remind me of one episode, I'm not sure if it was from Will and Grace or Seinfeld, where someone that was working at a department store got fired because they boss found out they were gay or something like that. And to get back at the boss, they came into work and told the boss to find the men in the crowd of women that were there. And it turned out he couldn't figure out who was who. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know, but I do recall seeing this at one point in time.
So sweaty.
I wouldn't say malicious compliance, more like a petty revenge, but it's hysterical nonetheless. Hopefully the boss will look at people who have a different sexual background in a different way, and if that is truly why he was being the way he was. It just seemed so happenstantial. I don't even know if that's a word. If this was real, great on you, dude.
Entitled Mom Burns Their Precious Baby with Hot Sauce. So a little backstory. I work at a store that has samples. One sample is a really, really spicy hot sauce. It makes grown men cry. Well, the kids are not allowed to try that sauce unless they have permission from a parent. So this one boy and his mother, EK and EM, as you probably know, EK tries some of our sauce, mostly mild on a slightly spicy, but he found that spice was way too hot. EK eventually noticed the super hot sauce and starts trying it, to which I say, "Oh, you can't try that without parent permission. It is insanely hot and causes grown men to cry."
Oh, okay.
I thought that was the end of it. Boy, was I wrong. EK tells EM what I said in some twisted way or something, but I didn't hear. EM comes up to me and says,
How dare you tell my baby boy he can't try the hot one? He is way stronger and smarter than you. He got all A's in 3rd grade. A stupid retail worker at a tourist town is too stupid to understand. So just do your job like you're trained to do and let my boy try.
Me already annoyed. "Ma'am, I told your son it is very hot and very painful and he shouldn't try it, but if he had a parent's permission, it's okay." This is when I had the idea. Under one condition, of course.
Well, hurry up and tell me what to do. Your presence is killing my precious baby boy's brain cells.
Well, all you gotta do is sign a form saying you knowingly and willingly allow your child to try the hot sauce. I just have to write one up, of course.
Yeah, whatever. Just hurry up.
So I wrote out a basic form along the lines of, "I, EM, hereby allow my son to try the very spicy hot sauce at Super Spicy Hot Sauce World, knowing full well how hot and painful the sauce can be." Now, she had already bought something in this store using a card and had to sign the receipt, so I asked her to sign this form the same way she signed the receipt, for extra proof that she agreed. She quickly signed the form. I wrote, and EK dunked his sample stick into the sample as far as it could go, about an inch deep, and cleans it off in one go. Now, when I said the sauce is very, very spicy, I wasn't kidding. Jalapenos rate at 1,500 to 2,000 Scoville units, whereas ghost peppers rate out at 1 million Scoville units. This sauce rates out at a whopping 750,000 Scoville units and uses pepper extract to reach that heat. And if you didn't know, pepper extract is an oil, and oil will linger in your mouth, so the sauce will burn for a good 20 minutes. A good 1 second goes by after EK tried the sauce till you saw his face contort into sheer terror and agony. He started crying, blubbering, screaming, incoherently, speaking at the same time. It was quite a sight to behold.
What have you done to my baby? He eats hot Cheetos all the time and he can handle hot. You must have poisoned him.
Hot Cheetos don't really get as hot as jalapenos. This sauce is far hotter than a habanero and at least a few hundred times hotter than a hot Cheeto.
Mommy, it hurt. I'm gonna sue you for poisoning my baby. Now give me chocolate milk for free.
We sell chocolate milk for $1.50. I'm sorry, ma'am, but I can't do that. I was trained to only sell the chocolate milk for $1.50 per bottle. So you have to pay just like everyone else. At this point, she is screaming so much you could probably mistake her for a flock of chickens getting strangled. But I just ignored her until she stormed off in a huff.
Now this last one, it just might be me, but I think it just might be just a wee bit embellished. I say that because the lines that say he is way stronger and smarter than you, he got all A's in 3rd grade, a stupid retail worker at a tourist town is too stupid to understand, followed up by, well, hurry up and tell me what to do, your presence is killing my precious baby boy's brain cells. I cannot in my life fathom the amount of Karen that could have been pouring off of a person so badly that this is something they would say. I've seen some pretty bad Karens. I've dealt with bad Karens. We've read about bad Karens. But if this is absolutely 100% true, this is by far the worst Karen that we've ever had to deal with. I can't imagine anyone talking to anybody like that or talking up their third grader so highly. In the end, if this is true, the kid got what he deserved, the mom got what they deserved, and no milk for you! That's right, 2 Seinfeld references in one episode. What is this madness? So that's all the stories for today. I would have to definitely say my favorite one was the one right at the beginning with the malicious compliance involving the Shrek in every prom photograph. It was amazing. I loved it. I hope you loved it. But if you didn't and you like some of the other stories, please tell me in the comment section below. I look forward to them. Also, if you got stories of your own, share them with me. I love reading them. Some of you leave me some interesting comments in the comment section that you tell me about instances where this happened to you, and I love reading that. So go ahead and leave that comment below. So if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell icon, and hit that little like button, because believe it or not, it does help. And just maybe, and this is just pure speculation, of course, just maybe Kris Kringle won't put a coal in your stocking this year. I thank you guys very much for watching. I thank you very much for following along. As usual, as always, my friends, stay frosty and keep moving forward. Point it the wrong direction again. Damn it!